money, development matter, development matter.
Hello and welcome to Development Matters. On the program today,
So, Uncle, are you working?
we look at how many young people in Liberia are working to make a difference in the lives of their fellow Liberians.
The school fees will be paid fully from first semester, second semester.
Also on the program today,
I want to read and write. I want to get a job. I want to send my children to school.
we profile a program that reaches out to young people who lack formal education or drop out of school early, providing them basic numeracy, literacy, and livelihood skills. But we begin with our focus on youth. Defined to be between the ages of 15 and 35, youth account for 60% of Liberia's population, and so in many ways, the future of Liberia is literally in their hands. What are they doing? Well, we sought out some young people to find out what they are doing, and we found they're doing some pretty good things.
I, as an emerging advocate, there were many issues I identified.
They are members of the Educational Empowerment Hub. They call themselves community advocates. They go into communities to identify problems faced by community members.
We went at the Blessed Road community in Broadville, Hotel, Africa, and we were able to speak with community dwellers.
How's the community and how's the environment like?
We give God the praise because we have a life here. But the living condition here, we don't have no good drinking water. Going to toilet, we don't have toilets.
Latrine, right?
Yeah, bathroom, we don't have no bathroom.
So, are the girls in school?
As I'm seeing, probably this year, maybe I'm trying to find solution to put this little 3 children in school. But this one, going to school in the 5th grade.
Uncle, are you working? Are you like working right
I'm
now?
doing nothing. I can in there because in the struggle. Sometimes I can make a lay garden, plant a lay few, vegetable.
If these children get sick, how can they get well?
We have only one doctor here that working somewhere, but sometimes they feel they said my little daughter was sick, and then take the child and he treat the child, but charge her according to the way he wants.
So, Mr. Fowler, if there is one thing you would like for government to do for you right now, in your current condition, what would you like for them to do for you?
The important thing presently that I want for government to do, number one will be education for my children. That is number one.
After the trip, they make a report to their colleagues and put forward some recommendations as to how to solve the problems the community members identified.
From my interaction, I noticed that they are affected by flood, they lack hospital, they lack markets, and the women are not empowered.
Emotional at the end because when I talk to a lady too who has 8 children.
Do you have children? Oh, let me wait here. Yes, you're everybody council.
What I want to talk about today is parental care because I noticed a lot of children there were naked, they didn't have clothes on. There were somebody even eating plastic bear. And then they're barefooted, and I really felt bad about that.
After identifying the problems they saw in the community they visited and making recommendations for solving those problems, they must come up with ideas about how to raise funds to implement their recommendations.
The easiest way we can get money in Liberia is for us to shun shoe in a way that we go to all of the ministries, all of the ministers. You shine your shoe, you give me money.
We can do a youth empowerment rally by inviting some of the government officials, explaining our story, what we saw on the field, and through that, writing them letters, through that they can help us, and through that we can also help the people at that place. Thank you.
I think some of us with melodious voices can group and have an a cappella team, which will go to offices and restaurants in order to sing for the people there, and we can put baskets down and generate some money to help these orphanage homes and communities.
We can have a talent show where we can be able to sing, dance, performing dramas, say poetries in order to raise funds for the needy to be able to go and donate to them.
At the end, the group settled on holding a talent show featuring poetry, music, dance, and speeches.
My life.
Liberia.
There was wonderful poetry that celebrated Liberia.
I was born to liberate her. Everything this continent is was created by my hands. Seeking greener pasture, I was her paradise. I mold and shape her future, even if it meant forgetting my own. Foolish, one would say, but I don't regret any of my actions, for the education I give has gone a long way. In case you've never heard, I am the mother of kings and queens. I'm known for making history, for I produced the first female president of Africa and the first African world best player. Yeah, let me boast a little. I am a fighter. I threw a punch at Ebola and went flying out my doors. Those some were lost, a new generation still flourishes, for the demons of war couldn't take my soul. You see, many wonder after all these hurts why I stay strong. It's because my name is Liberia, and I stand for freedom. And even the chains forged by the devil himself cannot hold me captive. Nice meeting you all. Thank you.
Other poems celebrated what it means to be a Liberian.
I call this home. This place that many people deserted because they claimed the country had. So I call this home. This place that has taught me the essence of patriotism. I call this home. This place where we whack our gari with ground peas, peanut butter, milk, and sugar. So this right here is my home. This is the birthplace of Africa's independence, a place where we first saw the light of liberation shine bright. So this right here is my home. This is where we appreciate our beautiful Lama for the amazing asset that God has given them. So this is my home. This is where our lady stringers are the sweetest ones to taste. So ask a man from Lofa what his favorite soup is, and he will tell you the delicious of what he is going to be prepared for. So ask a man what his favorite soup is, and he will tell you the delicious he is going to be prepared. He will narrate to you how he's swimming with the chocolate and take no more. So ask me. I dare you to ask me why I love this land, and I will tell you that this right here is my home. I will tell you that the most beautiful woman that God ever created. I will narrate to you how she makes sure my leaves are pounded and streamed, and how she cooks my cassava leaves with enough meat and country chicken. So just ask me. I dare any of you to ask me why I love this land, and I will tell you that this right here is my home. The one place that I am really alive. Thank you.
There was great music as well. And if there was music, there was also dance.
Listen to me. I know you're scared, your heart's bleeding. But what are you gonna do now? I think it's time to break free. And keep walking, though it seems so far.
The audience also got treated to some inspirational speeches.
Today night is a night of unity in diversity. A night to recognize some of the hidden things in Liberia, to say For too long, we've sat down and say, Liberia history is bad. But tonight we want to turn the picture to something more beautiful. To say to the world that there are talents in the educational system in Liberia. There are prospects in the system, and we need to celebrate the prospects.
And the poems, they kept coming. This one was again about Mama Liberia and how she's been let down by the very people who call her Mama.
From the Lima Mountains to the Salton Sea, from Spicy Creek to the Blue Lake, from the fresh cool waters of the Baza weeds and setting waters all the way to Peace. Our mother still breathes. She sits in the dark, reflecting her past. Where did I go wrong? Did I do too much? Did I not do too much? She asked herself. She looked at her children, us, hating and hurting each other, with tears rolling down her cheeks. She did a great job to bring her 15 children together. But we have brought her nothing but shame and disgrace, anxiety and dismay. Our fight for power has left her feeling devolved. The greed in our hearts leaves her with a broken life. Our mother, Mama Liberia, has suffered to become Africa's light in the dark, loose in tenebris. Do you know this? But like savages and heartless thieves, we have brought her with that light. That light that brought wealth and potential. It made us stand tall among others. Is this how we want to repay such a heartbreaking mother? Are we even deserving of her? Aren't we tired of using her? Well, I am a warrior of peace. I am the change I want to see. I am the Liberia I crave. And with the power vested in me, I too hereby declare you all nation builders, warriors of peace and change bringers. By virtue of the fact that you are all sons and daughters of this soil, yes, you have all fed off of her. Thank you.
More poetry. This one simply called Providence.
On board ship Elizabeth with our dreams and hopes, like the children of Israel, finally free from slavery. Hallelujah, our souls were liberated. Tears of joy as in 4 souls journey across the Atlantic oceans on board ship Elizabeth, for we knew no obstacles. As in Deuteronomy chapter 11, our hearts will forever remember the goodness of the Lord. Freedom, our hearts shouted as the ship let down its anchor. Home, sweet home, the wind whispered in our ears. Our eyes were open to a whole new world. As our feet touched the soil, we knew we belonged where we stood. Providence is where we call the land, for God Himself guided us there. Thank you. Woo.
It had been about an hour since the program started, and the young people had more entertainment in store for the audience.
You make my life feel brand new. Jesus, you love me too much, oh, too much of excess love, oh. You love me too much, oh, too much of excess love, oh.
Wow. Our star poet had yet another poem, this one about the blind quest for power at any price and what it has cost Liberia.
Power, power, power. Their souls crave power. The power to rule a nation at any cost and have servants at their begging call. To feast like grand dukes and have women dancing like ballerinas in pink shoes. To decide the fate of a nation, even if it costs the loss of lives, their hearts pay no mind. The power without justice. The one that has caused a mother to move for her sons and her daughters is that which they sought. From dawn till dusk, under every rock, our leaders craved power. Destroying everything that stood in their way. Like wild animals fighting to survive in the jungle. For power was all they knew. If anyone asks you why we lie here in ruins, whisper in their ears, the church for power burns here. Thank you.
The night closed with one final poem about, well, you guess it, Liberia.
My Liberia, you need to taste the toboggi and palm butter served with billa but enough pepper. My Liberia, dressed in her beautiful attire with her country plait. My Liberia, though falling, she will definitely rise again. I am proud to be called her own. And you see, I love her regardless of her flaws. Thank you.
And the audience, including the parents, were wowed.
I profess that we have witnessed and we've been in the presence of greatness tonight. These young people will lead this country in the not too distant future.
With the program over and money raised from their efforts, there was one final thing to do to complete their mission. Use the money they raised to provide scholarships for needy children.
I believe for one that if we want to build Liberia and move Liberia from where we are to where we should be, we should invest in education. Not ask government or foreign aid or whatsoever. We should invest in education ourselves as parents. We should send our children to school so that they can be better future leaders.
And they literally put their money where their mouths are.
Their school fees will be paid fully from first semester, second semester, and stationaries will be given to them. Book bags, pens, pencils, and copybooks, and just basically almost everything.
And then the 10 lucky scholarship recipients, each of them got the equivalent of approximately 15,000 Liberian dollars, equivalent to about $100 US, to pay their tuition for the entire school year.
Yes.
Space Foundation, right?
Yeah. Start by space, yes.
I wanted to agree.
The parents and scholarship recipients were very thankful.
I tell God, thank you. I tell God, thank you. My brother, thank you. Whether I was coming to bear all our money to pay the lake school fee. Now, 2,000 daily I was coming to go. I tell God, thank you.
This is Development Matters. And now we profile a young man who says he's invented a game to help Liberian students better understand chemistry.
As a student of civil engineering, I have been thinking to find a way in order for our students to create more interest in those sciences, the physics, the mathematics, the chemistry, and the biology. So I was able to create a group on Facebook called the Determined Young Liberian Finding Solution to Chemistry, Physics, and Mathematics.
One of the solutions he came up with was this.
game called the PTA club, that is the periodic tables of elements. So our students were able to learn, memorize, meditate, know the first 60 elements well, where they can stand up anywhere, tell you the symbol, tell you the position of each element on the periodic table without looking at the table.
Jefferson then set out going from school to school, meeting principals and students to tell them about his game.
This is one of the tables that I printed out, and then I share it on each student. I make sure that you study the first 60 elements because I had a game, but in order for the student to better play the game or understand the game, the first thing was to understand this table that is called the periodic table of elements.
So, what is the game like when it's played? Well, let's see.
Like this game, we have 5 students on each team, but one student is allowed to put their hand on the table to choose the correct answer. So if I say, team A, identify the element with atomic number 60, within 3 seconds, you should be able to tell me which element has the atomic number or the position 60 on it. Okay, team A, going to identify the element that has atomic number 58. He said the symbol for this element, CE, Serenium.
Correct.
Correct. Team A is awarded 5 points. Quickly, Team B, going to identify the element with atomic number 2 on the periodic table. She said He, that is helium. The symbol is He. Is she correct?
Correct.
This question goes to Team A. Which element on the periodic table has atomic number 29? Team A. He said Cu, that is copper. Is he correct?
Correct.
Okay. Team A is awarded 5 points. Team B, which element on the periodic table has atomic number 9? Time. This question goes to Team A. Which element on the periodic table has atomic number 9? He said F. The symbol and the name is fluorine. Is he correct?
Yes, correct.
Give him 5 points. Team A. Which element on the periodic table has atomic number 11? Team A, -5. This is the last question for this match to come to an end. Which element on the periodic table has atomic number 28? Team A. 26. 26. 3 seconds. He said Fe. Is he correct?
Correct.
And the name is iron. 5 points. So according to our scorekeeper, Team A has 80 points and Team B has 75 points. The margin is 5 points. So Team A is our winner for this match.
This is Development Matters. We'll be back in just a moment.
I talking about my unborn future. No matter what you ask, let my message will reach you. Corruption killing all, we not satisfied.
Welcome back to Development Matters. And now we look at a program called the Advancing Youth Project, an innovative program that shows us how to reach out to young people who drop out of school early or lack any schooling at all, and provide them basic literacy, numeracy, and livelihood skills to make them productive members of society.
I want to read and write. I want to get a job. I want to send my children to school. I want to have a business.
Deserted by a husband and saddled with 4 children, Quita heard about the Advancing Youth Project and its accelerated basic education curriculum, tailored exactly for someone like her who had no more than a first-grade education.
I heard about EHUB. I went to school, I got in level 1. I graduated from level 1, I went level 2. Oh, I went level 2 now, I started writing. I started writing my name. Last year I graduated from level 3. In 7th grade now. Last week, they promoted me to 8th grade. So now, in 8th grade now, you must know what EHUB is doing for me. In the class in 7th grade, I did do this for them. In 8th grade, I went there, I did do this for them again.
With her newly acquired writing and reading skills,
hydroelectrical power plants have been constructed on several rivers, including St. Paul.
Quita set out to obtain her other goal, finding a job.
They started looking for security. So I told the people, I said, oh, I want to be security. We went in the office for interview. They went to ask me all the questions they asked. Then the security commander brought some kind of paper. He brought a copy. He said, can I read anything on the paper? I said, yes, I can read. I want to copy everything on that paper. It's okay. He took me to be security. Chief commander, I do chief commander. I read my own report.
With a job, Quita could now achieve her other goal of sending her children to school.
Yeah, going to school. All of them going to school. In the morning when they go, when they want to eat, 2nd grade when she bring her copy book, I do an assignment.
Quita has also attained her 4th goal, starting a business.
You go to the yellow umbrella, big umbrella on the street across the road, I'm a market there. I sell chicken, I sell fish, I sell sausage. All the small food is still on the road and I'm a market right there. Like saying EHUB, they all that thing because I'm not EHUB, I don't know what I sell my children. The man that left me now, I don't know his whereabouts. He know my whereabouts, but I know he can hear my name say, Quita going to school. Family. My family is big. My family is big.
In addition to providing its learners with basic numeracy and literacy skills, the EHUB curriculum also stresses giving them livelihood skills, from soup making to tailoring, welding, carpentry, and baking.
I learned to bake from EHUB training. The bread I learned to bake is coffee bread, coconut rolls.
Lopu War and her husband were struggling raising 6 kids when tragedy struck, leaving Lopu as the family's sole breadwinner.
You know, my husband was sick for very 4 years. Good 4 years. I can't find nothing to do to sustain me and my children. I want to join the EHUB. And people started teaching all how to sell, how to make business. I joined that.
From the box, you put it on the table, you clean it.
Like Lopu, the baker, Etta Briggs had no schooling before enrolling in the EHUB.
When I heard about EHUB, say, oh, we came to look for people that went halfway in school, and some people that never go to school before. So I said, but then I already remember EHUB. I put my name now.
Today, thanks to training from EHUB, Etta is a master soup maker who runs what amounts to a little soup making factory and recently got a decent-sized contract to make soup for a church.
After EHUB, I passed the knowledge over to me, people looking for me every day. So they were looking for people to face soup for them. Then somebody recommended me to the church and they sent for me. I here for 3 weeks, they feed me, they found sleeping place for me, they do everything. I'm like coin.
Briggs wasn't married. However, since completing her training program and launching her soup making business, she says she's been attracting the attention of many men and is now married.
No, but the time I want to do anything, I know I have me. EHUB that my husband.
The Advancing Youth Project, EHUB, truly making a difference. Well, that's our program for today. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time on another edition of the program. So long, everybody.
Development matters. Development matters. For you and for me, development matters.